On my stance, I would look at the going to sleep part of it, and I'd like to piggyback off of your suggestion about that 20 minutes before you go to bed. I don't know about you, but our routine at home is to put on the telly in the bedroom and fall asleep to the television. And we all know, we've all read the stats, haven't we, that the blue light that's in our phone and our telly and our computer and all of that actually triggers our brain to be awake. So while we're thinking that, oh, I'm just going to put something on so that I don't have to think about it and I can calm my mind down, yes, we are achieving that on one level, but on the other level, we're actually telling our brain that it's time to get up because of the blue light that's going on, right? And so for a little bit, I tried to switch to reading, but then I was using a Kobo with the lights, right? And I thought to myself, oh, I'll read until my eyes get tired. But then I was having the same problem, right? My eyes would be tired, but then my brain would get so involved with what I was reading that I'd put the book down and I would, now I'm actively involved in this, like I had just watched a film. So for me, the ticket is to try to find something in my self-care routine that can eliminate that problem and do a couple of things for me. One, bring my mind down so that I'm not struggling, I'm not worrying, I'm not stressed, I'm not anxious. I've taken care of all of those issues like you've discussed. And then also having that little conversation between my conscious and my subconscious mind, where just making and taking the time for myself to do something that I enjoy, that gives me pleasure, not something that, this will make my day much easier tomorrow. No, that's ticking off a task sheet. I'm talking about having a nice bubble bath or putting myself in a separate room from my husband and stepkids so that I can read a chapter of a book, or just something that shows me my worth and my value, to show me that I deserve to have that. Because then the conversation that's going to happen between my subconscious and my conscious brain as I go to sleep is going to be a completely different conversation than the one before. It was all about my day the next day and all the things that I did today that I wish I would have done differently and all of that. It just sets you up differently. I've got 3 things that I do whenever I come across a stressful situation. So the very first thing that I do is I remove myself from it for a moment and I remind myself what I have control over. Because most times I'm stressing over my reality not matching my vision. And usually that's completely out of my control. It's the actions or reactions of somebody else that's hindering me from having the vision become reality. And so in that way, I can kind of take my power back and remind myself, okay, this is what I do have control over. This is what I can do. This is how I can react in this situation. And I can just let go of everything that I don't have control over. I can't control the actions and the reactions of other people, only myself. And then the second thing that I do is I honor myself and I allow myself to feel whatever it is that I feel. So rather than beating myself up for starting to get low, I allow myself to go there because I know my strength. I know that I will not stay there for long, but having a positive mindset isn't about always being positive. It's about allowing yourself to grieve at a loss of something, right? Even if it's not getting what it is that you wanted that day or in that moment, you're allowed to feel that loss, right? You're allowed to mourn in that kind of way. And then you pick yourself back up, right? However long that's going to take. And so that's my third thing, is I always remind myself that energy flows where attention goes. So I find the positive. I might have to search really hard, but I will dig through that and I will do whatever I have to do to come up with one positive thing. Might be some new kind of opportunity perhaps that is presenting itself because that person didn't allow me to do this. Or, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. But just reminding myself that when I'm ready, when I've honored whatever it is that I'm feeling and I'm ready to come out of that, to come out of it by focusing on something that's positive from that experience. And then again, honoring myself in whatever that process is.